Matthew, it's Mom. I'm going to make something with the leftover calzone ingredients, and it's going to be a baked calzone roll-up kind of a thing. So I've got the oven preheating at 350 degrees. So 350 degrees should do it. I'm going to grease the bottom of this casserole dish with a little bit of olive oil, because I don't want them to stick. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my pizza sauce to put in the bottom. Ooh, that was tough. Just kind of smudge it around a little bit. Let me get that out the way. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to actually build my little wraps. And I'm going to use those quesadilla flour tortilla wraps that we had last week when we made the quesadillas. And I think I'm going to do 4 of them. That's the plan anyway. So a little bit of the pizza sauce, just for flavor. And whenever I've done something like this, it's always, I found best if you do not overstuff it, because it just makes a mess if you do. And you can use spaghetti sauce for this if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be the pizza sauce. And I've got the ricotta cheese. So I'm going to put a little bit of that down. And this time I am going to smear it around. And take a little bit of my filling. I need a lot of spoons. I'm going to make sure, oh man, that smells good. Get some of the sausage in there too. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of, just a tiny bit. That's probably a little overstuffed, but we're going to live. And I'm going to literally just roll it up. And I'm going to place it lengthwise in my dish. Like that. Going to keep going. Pizza sauce. I'll do one more, then you'll be very happy to know I found I can pause the video. I don't know why it didn't occur to me I'd be able to do that before, but this is a quick dish. It's going to take about 20-25 minutes for it to bake. All we're really trying to do when it bakes is get the stuff to heat up. I want some more of that spinach. Yum. A little bit of cheese. And do a roll up. I'm going to put it in the pan nice and snug next to the other one. I think I'm going to end up getting 3 in here. So I'm going to try to pause it. Okay, I have all 3 of them done. And now I'm going to top it with some more pizza sauce. I put 3 in here. I could have squeezed a 4th one in, I think, but I didn't need to. You put as many in as you want. You just want the casserole dish obviously long enough for them to fit on. Oh, my oven's preheated. Good timing. I'm also going to show you how to make green beans that are frozen. And then I'm going to put the rest of the cheese on there. Not the rest of all the cheese in the package. I want to save some more cheese for something else. I think I'm going to do. but you get the idea. I'm going to pop that in the oven in the middle of my rack. There you go, middle rack of the oven. And I'm going to check it in 20 minutes. And I always set a timer because I will forget. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you how to make frozen green beans. So I just get these frozen, cut green beans. Use your kitchen scissors dedicated to the kitchen. I'm just going to pour however many I think Dad and I want to eat. I'm going to eat about that many. And then I'm going to fill it up with some water. Not all the way, you want it about, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know, there's just some water in the bottom. The trick is I want to steam them. So you definitely need press and seal or saran wrap. A paper plate would work, but a paper towel won't because we're basically trying to steam it. I haven't done anything to them yet as far as seasoning, just the water. I'm going to pop it in the microwave on high for like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna pause it because I'm cool like that now, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes since there we go, the green beans have gone in. So I'm gonna check to see how tender they are, and I'm just gonna be careful with the steam when you do that. Check them with a fork. They're not quite how I like them. You just get them to the consistency you like. I don't like them mushy at all, but I need them more cooked than that. So I'm going to cover it back up, pop it back in for about, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes this time, and see how we like it. So I'm going to pause it again. Okay, Matthew, I got the green beans the way I want them. Now I just want to drain off that water, and I'm going to be real brave and use my slotted spoon and do this over the sink. There's hardly any water left in it, and do it like that. So that got most of it off. And then I'm going to add a teeny bit of olive oil. And then a little bit of butter. I've already got dairy in the cheese, so figure a little more. Dairy ain't gonna hurt. About that much for what I'm doing. You do as much as little as you want. And I'm going to let that butter melt just from the heat of the green beans. And I'm also gonna add a little bit of the Italian seasoning into it. I'm telling you, this Italian seasoning goes a long way in seasoning all sorts of stuff. And that's about as much as I'm going to put in, I think. Maybe just a little bit more. You put in as much or as little as you like. Get that all mixed around. The butter is all melted. And I'm going to put a little piece of tin foil over that and let that stay warm. Yikes, that's a little hot. I also wanted to show you, while I've got a couple of minutes, how I manage in the kitchen, because I think it's really important. I have 2 of these things. I hope you can see them, yeah. Okay, this one I just put in my knives, and my vegetable peelers are in there. My pizza cutter's in there. Anything sharp like that, I've got a little grater for nutmeg if I want to use it. And I've got one of these graters, which I love for cheese, because you can just grate it right over the food you want to have cheese on. And then I have another one of these that has my wooden spoon, my spatula, my little tongs that I really use a lot, actually. I have a little sieve which comes in real handy, just a little one for all sorts of things, just to drain, like if I wanted the jar of mushrooms, I could drain them like this. A little baster is always nice, and I always get the one with the rubber on it, and then you can get the Dawn dish soap, will get all of the grease off of it. And then a potato masher, which I never use, and 2 whisks, which quite frankly I never use either. But I got these at Target. They're real heavy. They're like stone, and they were a little pricey, but I figured I'd have them forever. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on something like this, if I were you, and when I was your age, I used a coffee can. So save your coffee cans. I put one on each side of my stove, and then I just grab things as I needed, and I'm not searching around. And you could even keep the scissors in there. Mine just really don't, well, they do fit okay, but I just keep that in a drawer, and my can opener in the drawer. Okay, I'm going to pause it until the baked calzone wraps are done, and then we'll see what it looks like. I hope this is all working. Hi, Matthew. Okay, this is the final product of the calzone baked calzone wraps. Look how cheesy and yummy that looks. Yum. And we have our green beans, which are right here. And I baked this at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. I think this was like about 22 minutes. I just kind of decided enough was enough. I didn't want the bottom to brown, and the cheese looked yummy enough. So I'm going to cut these in half. Dan and I are going to have half of one each. I think we can always come back for seconds if we want them. Man, that looks good. And then when I go to store this, I'm going to let it cool down completely. Not on top of the stove because it'll take longer. But let it cool down completely before, come on, come out nice and pretty. Yay, pretty good. Before I cover it back up with like the saran wrap or press and seal or something. Could have used a smaller bowl for this. But look how yummy and cheesy that looks inside. And of course it's really yummy and cheesy on the outside. And then I'm just going to have our green beans with it. And there's a good healthy meal. I hope this helps. I love you. Bye.